Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Money Focus with Alexforbes. So the last time that Zander spoke on the two-part system, he shared information about the background of it, what's going to happen when it comes into effect on the 1st of September, what needs to be known by the everyday South African. And today we're going to dive a bit deeper into that subject to explore it more. I'm with Zander Loots from Alexforbes. How you doing, Zander?
I'm great, and you, Udi?
All is well.
Awesome.
So last time, you gave background on it, spoke about what people need to know, what's going to happen to your retirement savings. What more can we add on to that? What more can you tell us about it now that we're actually, in September?
We're in September, can you believe it? And
Imagine.
we, by the time this recording is released, will be kind of like mid-September as well. So I think it's exciting times for the country. And I think what makes it exciting and what I can add to, I've spoken about the technicalities, but what I can really add to in terms of something different is actually quite a great opportunity to also reduce some people's debt, because if you think about it, let's say you have a credit card, you owe a bit of money, this might be your chance for someone's chance to actually reduce the debt. Not as only that, think about the fact that if you don't have to pay monthly to that high interest debt vehicle, you can actually take that same amount and put it back into your retirement, which actually increases your retirement savings. So it's strange, like, okay, but I'm taking out to put back in, but think about it, some people are so used paying back debt every month. Maybe utilize that, pay it off, and actually have that as a great vehicle to actually increase and start contributing more, or just start contributing for retirement
in the first place. Because a lot of people are saying that, right? Like, okay, so I can't access cash, but it's this negative element. What do you say to people in terms of navigating some of that? So, because there's a lot of information around the two-part system.
Correct.
You access this, you can't then get a certain portion of this. You might not be able to access your cash. What are some of the advices you could give people to actually mitigate those risks or manage those aspects?
Yeah, I think what a positive thing, because there is some negative around the two-part system and with people withdrawing and all that. But I think what a positive aspect is of the two-part systems, actually, it actually will increase people's retirement savings. So if you think about it, the retirement pot is a compulsory pot that you can access at retirement. You can't withdraw from that. You can only withdraw from the savings. So although you can't access the retirement pot, this pot will actually build and build and build. And a lot more people in many years from now will have access to a bigger retirement value. So when they get to retirement, they actually can retire or will be very close to their retirement goal. I think that's actually a quite positive thing that is being introduced in the two-part system, actually teaching people to actually save for your retirement as well, and not just spend all of the money at
when you get it.
Yeah.
And so to dive even deeper into that is this idea of being a better person at planning for your retirement, right? It's like, that's a big challenge. We've been speaking about it in the different conversations.
Correct, yeah.
How can people take these active, better steps towards retirement planning?
So there's a few ways you can save for retirement, and I mean the principle of saving is always a good principle. The more you save, the more you'll have. It's very easy. It's not like the more you save, the less you'll have.
Exactly.
But to save for retirement, members can, or people can, if you don't belong to a pension fund or a work retirement fund, you can contribute in your own personal capacity into a retirement annuity. You can do that, and you can also, if you belong to a pension fund, what a lot of people actually don't know, they can actually do annual voluntary contributions. So that's quite a nice concept, because you don't have to, if you belong to a fund, save into retirement annuity. You can actually go to HR and say, listen, I want to save 500 or an extra percent or 1,000 rand more a month. Can I put it into my pension fund or my at work? And you can actually do that. With that, it's actually quite nice, because it's normally doing that. It's a better cost-effective way to do that, and especially the members with Alexforbes, it's a very, very nice way. And think about the two-pot system. All the retirement products are the same. So it's not like a retirement annuity has more liquidity or flexibility or whatever the case might be. All the retirement products are going to be the same. You can have a savings pot, you can have a retirement pot. Doesn't matter where you are. And for the best for the individual will be to seek professional advice and see what's the best for you as a viewer, where to actually save and I think seek professional advice will be a great start with that. Yeah,
because a lot of people are saying, look, there's a lot of restrictions with the two-part system, like we just touched on. So there's also the question that isn't it better to maybe seek alternative investment options or retirement options as opposed to the two-part? What would you say about that?
Yeah, so the two-part will be implicated at all retirement funds, and there are other ways, and it's a great question. There's other ways to actually save instead of putting your money in retirement funds, but which is fine. Some people buy property, some people invest in other discretionary vehicles like unit trust or offshore endowments or whatever the case might be. But I also want to highlight very, very, very crucial opportunities if you invest into a retirement fund. Either if it's now retirement annuities or your pension fund, things you get a massive tax advantage. So when you contribute to a retirement fund, you actually get your taxable income actually decreases. You get a tax benefit. So that's great. Not just only that, not just, let's say you contribute 10,000 Rand for the year, your taxable income will lower the 10,000 Rand, which means you can actually or claim back from SARS at the end of the year, or your monthly income coming in will be a bit higher, basically, or the net will be a bit higher. There's also other great opportunities as well. Is all the growth and all the interest and all the dividends within a retirement product is tax-free. So where other investments, if you need to sell shares, there's capital gains tax. If you have fixed deposit at the bank, there is tax on interest. If you have dividends, there's obviously dividend withholding tax. But retirement funds doesn't have, it's a tax-free product. You pay tax when you retire, obviously, and when you start earning an income. But so for many, if you save for 30, 40 years, all that compounded growth is tax-free, which makes a massive difference in terms of building up your capital and reaching your goal. So that is a massive advantage. But I also think that, you know what, another great example on the top of my head is also when you should pass away. Retirement funds have beneficiaries. I don't know if a lot of people know this. So what does that mean? It doesn't go through your estate. It doesn't go through your estate. Where other discretionary investments or let's call it property or whatever the case might be, they need to go through the estate. That is tax. There might be different fees, executives fees on there, all that. And just the process of getting it to your loved ones is normally longer. So with retirement funds, it completely bypasses the estate. So that is you can think not just saving tax now and having the tax benefit when you pass away, which
happens.
It comes for us all. Exactly. The only thing is we don't know when.
We don't know when exactly.
But it comes for us all. So and when that happens, it is. So what am I saying, viewers? Put all your money into retirement funds? 100% no. Seek professional advice. Come speak to us. Say, listen, this is my goals. I want to reach this. This is what I have. Help me. Because think about it. If you're sick, what do you do?
What do? You go to a doctor.
Go to a doctor.
Exactly.
You can Google.
But still.
You can take a pill.
Exactly.
And you might be once or twice right. But that's not advisable. If you're sick, go to a doctor. Because they have the expert knowledge to say, take this pill, take this medicine, whatever. Same thing with finances. If you're financially a bit sick, let's call it that, you need a bit of advice, come to us. We have all the expert knowledge to get you where you are, to be where you want to be in a beautiful, swift process.
Nice, man, because we were just talking about that, like, there's a lot of technicalities, a lot of concepts, a lot of information. As an everyday person, I mean, I'm in media, you get people in hospitality. It can be daunting not knowing what do you do, where do you go, how do you gain this information. So I think that's really important. Just seek financial help. Like, what would you say to the everyday South African that's hearing about the two-part system? Maybe they've been working, maybe they have a fund and they don't know what to do. Like, what's that next step to take the right decisions? And
I think my final thoughts on this is the two-part system is here to stay. It's not going to go away, and it is a bit of a give with one hand, take with the other hand. But think about this: it's an opportunity for every listener, to every viewer, every member to say, listen, this is an opportunity for me to actually save for my retirement as well, because you have to save for your retirement. So if that means of having a little bit of extra that you can access in the savings pot, great. If you have to, you have to. It is what it is. But maybe this will encourage people to say, listen, I don't really want to access the savings because it might impact my future, or it will impact my future. Maybe I should seek professional help just to maybe start saving on the side for emergencies as well, or for children's education. Maybe reduce debt, maybe look at alternatives to see, so I don't have to access it, but if I have to access it, it is there at the end of the day. And I think it will be a great, if you manage this well with a professional, with a financial planner, you can only shoot for gold, as they say in the Olympics that we just had.
My man, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So you guys have heard it over there. The two-part system can be a bit complex at the first time that you hear it. But if you just seek the right help, talk to the right people, Alexforbes is there to take you through that whole journey. It's not the most complex thing. It can be simplified, but it's all about taking that first step. Once again, this is Money Focus with Alexforbes, and we'll see you next time.